Good morning. It is only 6:25 a.m. today. Ang aga pa, but I woke up early today because I am planning to walk. It's been a while since I walked around, but umaambon. Bakit hindi ako nag-yoga? Like recently. Kasi nag-uulan. Ang gloomy ng panahon. Tapos, ayan, umaambon. I was planning to walk from here to Sala Park. Sala Park is a really big park inside a huge apartment complex. It's really, really nice. It's really big. And I could have walked from here to Sala, which takes about more or less 30 minutes. Really depends on gaano kabilis and kabagal ka maglakad. But with this weather, natatakot akong maglakad kasi baka biglang umulan ng malakas. From here to Sala is a highway. May madaming parts doon. Wala kang masisilungan. Puro sidewalk and puno lang. And may malaking apartment in between. At hindi ko basta-basta makakapagod. So, to be safe, I decided that I will take a bus instead. Pwede naman ako mag-grab. Pero, I don't know, I just want to take a bus. Hindi naman ako nagmamadali. Plus, it's rush hour na. Medyo mahirap mag-grab. Especially car. Kung bike naman, ayun din, baka naman maabutan ako ng ulan habang nasa bike. So, I'd rather be safe than wet. Ah, ang galing. Umikot lang tong bus. And it's supposed to come from District 9. But maybe it's their first ride. So, story time tayo habang naglalakad ako. Naisip ko, ikukwento ko yung reason bakit napunta ako dito sa Vietnam. Kapag kumikita ka na and ikaw yung breadwinner, ikaw yung inaasahan ng family mo sa lahat ng bagay. So yun, medyo nagkaroon ako ng struggle doon. First, I really had to plan kung paano yung gagawin ko kasi nga wala namang ibang aasahan yung family ko. I started to research and every research, palaging lumalabas yung Vietnam. Then yung I did a comparative research and lumabas na with regard to visa, mas madali yung visa at that time sa Vietnam. And pay-wise, from that time I was researching back in 2014, 2015, lumalabas din na mas better ang pay sa Vietnam. Even up to now, actually, I wouldn't compare the conditions because hindi pa naman ako nakapagturo and nakatira sa Thailand. So, yun lang, visa-wise and pay-wise, ang naging decision ko, I'll go to Vietnam. So from then on, I started preparing the things that I need for this to work. It took me a while kasi it was a plan, it was an idea, but I wasn't really actively preparing for it. I said I'm preparing, but I kept on setting it aside for later. Kasi nga, breadwinner. And at that time, nag-enjoy ako sa buhay ko sa Manila. But some things fell apart, which really pushed me to push to the plan of leaving the Philippines. See, maganda siyang lakaran and takbuhan because, see, right now it's empty. It's 7 a.m. or almost. And lalo na sa gabi, after work, sobrang dami ng tao dito. Either walking or walking, biking, or running. Especially dun sa banda dun, may park na dun. Dun yung park. Mas maraming tao. Minsan, especially on weekends, maraming magpipiknik and maraming nag-walk ng pets. Then, this is the Sala Park. So, nagpahinga muna ako. I rested a bit kasi medyo lumalakas na yung ambon. And while I was walking, nakita ko to. Let me show you. Mas maganda from here, siguro. There. Very nice na. Whenever I walk here, palaging may tao dito. And parang ngayon lang siya, walang tao. So sabi ko, I'll take the chance na makaupo dito. Medyo nagugutom na ako. So I think very soon maghahanap na ako ng something to eat from around here. Anyway, going back to the story. So I decided to I chose Vietnam na nga, 'di ba? Pero it still took me a long time para makapag-ipon kasi hirap talaga makaipon ng pera sa Pilipinas, no? Doble hirap kapag breadwinner ka pa. So, yun yung main reason kung bakit natagalan bago ako umalis. So, what did I do? So, first, I told my family, especially my mom, I told her of my plan na sabi ko, pupunta ako ng Vietnam. I would like to try to be a teacher sa Vietnam. So, I gave her a time frame of when I will stop supporting her or I will stop giving money sa family to focus on what I want and para makaipon. And she was okay with it. Wala naman siyang choice. She was okay with it. She said, okay, they will make do with whatever they had at that time. So yun, I had time talaga kahit ilang buwan lang yun na makaipon ng konti. So going back to the story time, natagalan din before I was able to save a little bit of money so I could come here. Actually, I wasn't able to save a good amount of money to support me here. Pero siguro mas malakas yung guts, mas malakas yung loob ko to really do what I've been wanting to do. When I came here, I didn't really have enough money. Everything just fell into place and worth it din ako. And I still have friends who helped me with this endeavor. Endeavor talaga. And then I enrolled sa TESOL course. Na-mention ko to sa previous vlog ko. In preparation of coming here to teach because yun nga, research and prepare ahead. You have to make sure na may bala ka papunta dito, hindi basta gusto mo lang. Marami namang tao na gusto, pero are you ready for it? So you have to be ready for it. So that's one way of preparation. And then life happened. Hindi ako nakaipon ng enough money to come here, but here's what I did. I do not recommend this, and this is not ideal. But in 2016, ano ba to? I really made up my mind whether I have the money or not, I will leave the Philippines. I will go to Vietnam regardless of my situation, regardless if I have enough money to support myself. At that time, talagang I was pushing for it. In my mind, I was thinking, if I don't do it now, I'm never gonna do it. Because lagi lang akong matatakot of what's to come. Lagi ko lang iisipin na I don't have enough funds, I don't have enough money. Again, I do not recommend this. If you want to do it, please, pag-isipan nyo. Pero malalaki na kayo. Kung yan talaga yung gusto nyo, pero huwag niyo akong sisihin ha. Huwag sabihin, ay na, kita ko sa vlog ni Christine, I do not recommend it. No. So yun nga. Life happened and I didn't have enough money to leave the Philippines. But here's what I did. I asked my best friend, si Marge. She's really my savior. Ever since. And I didn't befriend her because she's saving me. So I asked my best friend, si Marge, to book a flight for me to Vietnam using her credit card. Yes. Palautang. Back then, I would always ask her to use her credit card for my purchases. And sometimes, most of the times, she would be okay with it. Kasi nagbabayad naman ako. But this time, flight. And luckily, pumayag siya without a solid plan kung kailan ko siya mababayaran. Naisip ko ngayon, that was ridiculous, no? Pero eventually, nabayaran ko siya. And then, I didn't have enough money for my allowance, the pocket money. So what I did was, I have a friend. I met her when I was still in the Philippines. She lived with us. She's French, so by that time she was already in France and she was working. I messaged her and I told her, she knew about my plan. But when I messaged her, I told her na I don't really have enough money, but I already have a flight and I really want to push for it. So I asked her to lend me some money, which she did. She sent it through Western Union pa. At that time, pinahiram niya ako ng 10,000. Yun yung pocket money ko at that time. So, ayun na nga. I had the flight and I had a little bit of pocket money. So, I was supposed to leave the Philippines the 24th bagong magpasko. Ayun kasi abutin ng Pasko sa Pilipinas because I felt like if abutin na naman ako ng Pasko and New Year sa Pilipinas, it would be a longer wait. You know what I mean? Filipinos will be able to relate na parang our goals lagi siyang before Christmas and before New Year, di ba? So, yun. I left, my flight was on the, I think 23rd or 24th actually. I was planning to, come here and then maybe volunteer in exchange of housing. Ganun sana. At that time, madami pang ganun. Actually, ngayon, marami pa rin, pero more on like the provinces. Hindi dito sa Ho Chi Minh City. Pero, siguro mga 2 or 3 days before my flight, I found a job posting sa Facebook. They were looking for a summer teacher, an English teacher for a summer camp sa Malaysia, sa Johor Bahru. And it's only for a month. And it's for the whole month of January. So I applied and luckily natanggap naman. And the pay was $500 for the whole month, 4 weeks. Pero wala naman akong gagastusin, like my flight was reimbursed. I had housing, I had food. Ang gastos ko lang talaga are the miscellaneous and yung mga gala ko. It was fun, actually. It's really, really fun. So, when I came here, I spent 2 weeks getting to know the country. I stayed sa hostel sa District 1, malapit sa Buivien. And on my first day here, that's when I met my husband now. Pero hindi sa Buivien. He was already teaching. He's a professional na, even before I came here. So yun, we dated for the 2 weeks that I was here. And then that 2 weeks I also just spent like getting to know the city, walking around. And then when it was finally time to go to Malaysia, um, I still kept in contact with Matt, my husband. And then my Malaysia gig was really, really fun. As I said, everything's paid for. I paid for my flight going to Malaysia, but they reimbursed it, and also leaving Malaysia. So the room we had was very big, especially for hotel standards. 3 bedrooms, malalaking bedrooms, and a spacious living area. And then may buffet breakfast every morning. Siyempre, morning breakfast nga eh. I was sharing 1 bedroom with another teacher. And then may dalawa pang bedrooms. Pero there was a time na I had the master bedroom to myself. There were 4 of us there. Tatlo kaming Filipino teachers. Tapos may isang Korean guy na siya yung parang coordinator. Is very, very nice. I forgot his name. He was the manager of the summer camp. He also served as our driver. He's all around. He's very helpful to us. Probably the nicest Korean I've met. Tapos, hatid sundo kami ng car nung manager. The summer camp was held in a different, parang golf resort siya na maraming maliliit na cottages or houses. But hindi kami doon. Doon nakatira yung ibang mga teachers na other nationalities. Sama-sama sila sa house. So ayun, we would teach for 8 hours. Actually thinking about it now, ang haba pala, no? Pero that was my first, no, not my first time teaching. That was my second time teaching. And I was enjoying it so much that I didn't really mind na ang haba-haba ng working hours. Every weekend we would go out. We would go around Singapore or Malaysia because may mga outing, may mga field trips din yung kids. Sometimes we would go, sometimes we'll go on our own. So ayun. So after a month, ang haba ng kwento ko, diba? So after a month, I came here na. So this was in second week of February 2017. And yun, di ba, by this time, I earned a little bit from Malaysia. But I also spent it sa mga gala-gala sa Singapore and Malaysia. Siguro ang nauwi ko lang dito, nasa mga $200 na lang. A few weeks after that, I received parang my back pay from my previous company from the Philippines, the last company I worked for before I left. I actually just used it to pay some utang sa Pilipinas. Pero I had a little bit money left, which is what I used sa pag-a-apply ng work here. It took a while to get work here, but that's for another story. So yun, that was my journey. So even back in 2017, mahirap na rin maghanap ng work here. So my first job was through the help of another Pinoy or Pinay. I forgot the name of the company, but it's in District 1. She was working there and she said they needed another teacher. Parang YAFL. I'm not sure if that's the exact name or sounded like that. And they were just paying me parang 180,000 for an hour. And they only had like maybe 4 hours a week. And then they only had me for, let's look at, look, so many fish. So may koi doon. Ayun na, ang lalaki. And then there, may mga nagtatalo ng, I don't know what kind of fish, but I feel like it's not koi. The orange ones are koi. And then yung mga tumatalon, malalaki siya. Para siyang catfish, but I'm not sure. It's black or gray. Tatakot ako baka tumalon here. Yeah. Doon ang dami pa oh. I don't know if you can see. Yan sa gilid. Ayun, ang laki. Can you see? Ayun sila. Nagtatalunan sila. So yeah, at that time I was only getting paid 180,000, and then eventually after maybe a couple of weeks, they said, the students didn't like me and they have to let go of me and find another teacher. And it was really hurtful at that time. Pero thinking about it now, maybe I really wasn't good enough because ang laki. Can you see? Ayun oh. Oh my god. Maybe I really wasn't good enough then. Bago lang ako and I wasn't really giving a lot of activities sa kids. Parang puro daldal lang. And then from then on, I kept on looking and having different jobs kung sang-sang parte ng Ho Chi Minh City. Sa mga malalayong part, pati yun dinadaya ko. Ang dami kong naging adventures and struggles sa paghahanap ng trabaho dito. I only got a full-time job, a well-paid full-time job in 2018. In, I think, April or July of 2018. Ang ganda talaga dito, especially on weekdays. Ang tahimik na. Like here, for example. Ang ganda, no? Upo ka lang dyan, basa ka ng book. Parang wala ka sa Ho Chi Minh City except medyo dinig mo yung mga sasakyan. But, it's very peaceful. Walang sigawan, ang daming birds. Maririnig mo lang yung mga birds. Tsaka yung mga nagtatalo ng fish. If you want to walk or run, pwede din. You know, if you wanna live a healthy lifestyle, this is the place. You see that? That's a big flower. Ayun, ang dami pa rin fish. Cute. Look, look at that. Sumisiksik sila sa dito sa mga halaman. That's huge. Yes, I will stop walking na. Ang init na kasi, it's 8 o'clock na. Ang dami kong naging pahinga. Ang tagal kong nakaupo dun dahil umaambon kanina. Parang wala tong 5,000 yung nakuwalk ko. Oh my God. But at least I'm out. I'm getting some sun. And that's also important. Yun, ang laki. You see? Sobrang laki. You cannot go inside. Or can you? I haven't really tried. I don't know if you can. But we'll find out. It's huge. No, you cannot go inside. It's just that. I don't know what's inside though. Then from here, you can see the huge pond too, and all the other apartments. They're building some more here. I don't know kailan yun matatapos. Then you can either go back or go to the other side or just go back. So yun yung isa, Salas Arena. Yung nando doon is Salas Arena. There's a lot. Ito yung kabila ng malaking pond from up here. Yan. Umuwi na ako. Bigla kasi sumakit yung tiyan ko. I stopped by sa Maru. Dahil first time ko nakita yung Maru dun sa sala. I just had something to drink and a little brownie. Kasi nagugutom na nga ako, di ba? Tapos I decided na umuwi na. Kasi mainit na rin. Dahil ano, 8:30 na kanina, 9 na ngayon. Tapos, meron akong delivery pala na padating. So, nagmadali na rin akong umuwi. Walang proper outro tong mga videos ko na. Hindi ko kasi alam ko anong gagawin. Anyway, pag may time, siguro pag-iisipan ko and I'll try to make proper intro and outro and make these videos more cohesive. Pero for now, ganito na lang muna. Ciao!